Pay attention to Kelsey Berreth. She's 29 years old, smiling as she shops for sweet potatoes at a Safeway on Thanksgiving morning, 2018. She has less than 3 hours to live. Because Patrick Frazee, 32 years old, the father of her 1-year-old daughter, is waiting for her at her townhome. He's holding a baseball bat, and he's carrying out a plan he's been orchestrating for 3 months. This is not a crime of passion. There was no sudden rage, no snap, no momentary loss of control. This is the story of a man who asked 3 separate times for someone else to murder the mother of his child. And when she refused, he decided to do it himself. Kelsey Berreth believed she was coming home to drop off groceries, to spend Thanksgiving with her daughter. She had no idea that the man she trusted, the man she co-parented with, had already decided she would not live to see the end of the day. Kelsey Berreth was a flight instructor who'd grown up on a hay farm in Moses Lake, Washington. Friends described her as capable and driven, someone who could drive tractors and buck hay bales despite her polished appearance. She'd built a career in aviation, teaching others to fly from Woodland Park, Colorado. In 2016, Kelsey met Patrick Frazee on a dating website. Frazee was a farrier and rancher living on 35 acres in rural Florissant, Colorado. He presented himself as a quiet, laid-back country boy. To Kelsey, with her farm background, this was appealing. She moved to Colorado to be closer to him. They got engaged. In October 2017, they welcomed a daughter named Kaylee. But something was wrong from the beginning. Despite having a child together, Kelsey and Patrick never lived together. Friends noticed Kelsey seemed stressed, struggling to balance her job, commute, and caring for a baby. She often felt like she couldn't make Patrick happy. While there were no reports of physical abuse, friends believed Frazee was emotionally abusive, systematically knocking her spirit down. What Kelsey didn't know was that Patrick had another woman. Crystal Lee Kenny was a former rodeo queen from Idaho and a working nurse who'd known Frazee for over a decade. They'd maintained an on-and-off sexual relationship that continued into 2016 and 2017, overlapping with his relationship with Kelsey. Friends described Kenny as madly in love with Frazee. Patrick saw her devotion as something he could exploit, and in September 2018, he began asking her to commit murder. The first time Patrick Frazee asked Crystal Kenny to kill Kelsey, he wanted poison. Frazee manipulated Kenny with a lie,